ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। आप सभी का स्वागत है आज के इस गीता के प्रवचन में।
We welcome all of you to today's Gita class.
सप्तम अध्याय का तीसरा श्लोक।
We are studying chapters 7, verse number 3 onwards. In the previous verse, Bhagavan had said that he will instruct Arjun in Gyan and Vigyan, and after knowing this, there will be nothing remaining further to be known. So the question arises that if this knowledge is so great that after knowing this nothing remains to be known, then why does everyone not endeavor to obtain this knowledge? Because everyone is inquisitive. It is the nature of human being to inquire. Wherever we go, we inquire about our environment, the objects in that environment, then why not obtain that knowledge?
तो उसी को समझाने के लिए भगवान फिर तीसरा श्लोक बोलते हैं.
So for that only Bhagavan speaks the third verse.
सहस्रेषु कश्चिद् यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन् मां वेत्ति तत्वतः. सहस्रों मनुष्यों में से कोई एक सिद्धि के लिए प्रयत्न करता है. उन साधकों में यहाँ तक कि सिद्धों में
Translation: among thousands of human beings, one might strive for perfection. Moreover, among all those who are striving, and even among those who have already attained perfection, hardly anyone knows me in reality. So he says that the reason is human being does not endeavor, does not strive for this knowledge. And why does he not strive for that? The secret is in this word manushya. Who is a manushya? One meaning is that those who have descended from Manu. The other meaning that is applicable in this verse,
जो मन से सीता है. सीना जानते हैं ना, जैसे कपड़े सीते हैं.
who's one who sews through the mind, like how you sew the cloth
दो चीजों को एक साथ बांधना.
using the needle and thread. So sewing means to tie. For example, there are two pieces of cloth, so to tie them. So human being is always sewing clothes. Wherever he goes, he establishes relations through his mind. Some people establish more relations, some establish less relations, but you will not find anyone who has no relation with anyone. And if you don't have relationships, you feel lonely, and nobody wants to be lonely. Although we have been born alone and we will leave this world alone, and our journey is also actually alone only, but still at the mental level, we do not want to be alone. At spiritual level, we are alone only. Our only companion is Paramatma, as it is said in Bhagavad Gita, that Bhagavan is the well-wisher of everyone. But because we do not work at the spiritual level, we do not have spiritual knowledge, we have established oneness or tadatmya with the body, and in the body, mind is the primary instrument. So at mental level, we establish this tadatmya or oneness. That's why human being is known as Manushya. And because of this, human being is unable to get spiritual knowledge, because after establishing these relations, he tries to enjoy these relations. Why do we establish these relations, whether it is through human beings or objects or places? We want to obtain something from them. When we make any relation, we want to derive something, gain something out of that relation. Otherwise, we think, what is there for me in this relation? So we want to obtain happiness through objects, through post positions, through human beings. And for that, we make these relations, and our life continues in this itself. So such a person, how will he continue on the spiritual path? He'll be stuck in these things only. An object which is lying in the west, if you try to find it in the east, how will you find it? So this is same like it is said in the Upanishads.
कि हमारी जो इंद्रियां हैं वो इसी प्रकार से निर्मित हैं कि वो बाहर
Our senses, they are made in such a way that they always look outward only.
की तरफ उनकी गति नहीं होती.
they don't focus inward, whether our eyes, nose, ears, they see outside only.
होता है जो अंतर्माताओं को देखता है। कश्चित धीर प्रत्यगात्मानम ऐक्षत। प्रत्यगात्मा माने जो हमारा अंदर
Only a dhira, sober person can reflect inward.
तो उसको कोई एक विरला व्यक्ति ही देखता है।
Only a rare person tries to attain the Paramatma inward.
मनुष्य नाम सहस्रेषु।
For that only Bhagavan says that
कि हजारों मनुष्यों में
among thousands of human beings, one might
जिसके मन में आध्यात्म का विचार आता है,
have
रुचि होती है,
this desire or interest for spirituality. And even after having this desire or interest, it is not necessary that he will endeavor for it. We see that people have interest in spirituality, sometimes they think about it, but they postpone it. They think, okay, why do I have to bother about it now? When I'll grow old, then I will think about it. They generally teach that youth is for earning money, for enjoying. When we will be devoid of all energy, then we will think about Bhagavan. So we want to keep all the good things for ourselves and all the rejected, broken stuff for Bhagavan. But this is the web of Maya. Because at that later stage, in the old age, our samskaras have become so strong that even if we want, we can't follow it. First of all, we don't even understand spirituality at that later stage because we become so deeply entrenched in this materialistic life that we are totally caught up in this web of Maya. So here Bhagavan is speaking in singular that one rare person strives among thousand, and this is not just thousand, this is an indicator. It can mean even in millions. So 1 out of a million may endeavor for perfection in this path. That's why generally it is found that people hardly have any interest in spirituality, and even if they have some interest, the environment is not favorable, especially nowadays in this environment which is surcharged with this influence of Kali Yuga. So he doesn't get support from his family, from the environment. That's why this is very difficult. That's what Bhagavan is explaining here. And then he strives. After striving, when he becomes perfected, then hardly anyone understands Bhagavan. In both cases, Bhagavan has spoken in the singular, that out of many such people, thousands out of thousands, one strives for perfection. Here, perfection refers to self-realization. For other types of perfection, many people are striving. Some strive for getting perfection in yoga, material success. But the Gyan Vigyan, the knowledge and realization that Bhagavan spoke of earlier, for that, people do not endeavor. And one who endeavors, it is not necessary that he will get perfection.
इसका अर्थ दो प्रकार से है, क्योंकि यत्नाम और सिद्धानाम दोनों ही षष्ठी बहुवचन के हैं कि जो यत्न कर रहा है और सिद्ध है। तो जो यत्न कर रहा है वो तो सिद्ध नहीं होगा, और जो सिद्ध होगा वो यत्न नहीं करेगा। तो इसका दो प्रकार से अर्थ लेते हैं। एक तो ये है कि जो यत्न करके सिद्ध हो
गया। So this yatna and siddha, here there are two meanings. One who has endeavored became siddha, and the other is out of those who are endeavoring, one who is a siddha, or one who is endeavoring, he only is being referred to as siddha. So he says that hardly one person understands me. So the point is that in the path of yoga, there are various types of siddhis. Bhagavan has earlier spoken about karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga.
उनको भगवान के बारे में ज्ञान थोड़े होगा.
So even in those paths, one who
भगवान के
is
बारे में
a
ज्ञान प्राप्त
siddha,
करने के लिए
perfected
भक्त
being,
होना चाहिए.
will he have knowledge about Bhagavan? No,
भक्त्या में
because
अभिग्राही
for in order to understand Bhagavan,
भाव में भी
you need to
जानते
be a bhakta.
यावनियश्च अस्मि तत्त्वतः. भगवान गीता में कहते हैं कि
In Gita itself,
कोई
Bhagavan
मुझसे
says,
जानना चाहता है, जैसे यहाँ का कश्चिन माम वेत्ति तत्त्वतः, तो वो केवल
one
भक्ति
who
से
wants to
जान सकता
understand me in tattva, it is
है. तो जो
only
कर्म
possible
मार्ग
through
पर हैं
bhakti.
या ज्ञान मार्ग पर हैं या ध्यान मार्ग पर हैं,
So those who are on the path of
भगवान
karma,
को
or
नहीं
jnana,
जानते,
or dhyana,
वो
they don't have
आत्म
knowledge of
साक्षात्कार नहीं,
Bhagavan.
आत्म
They may
साक्षात्कार
get
नहीं करेंगे तो वो
self-realization, they
शाश्वत
may
ब्रह्म को
realize
नहीं जान.
Paramatma, but they do not realize
इसीलिए
Bhagavan.
यहाँ पर कहते हैं, तो
For that
इसलिए
reason,
बता
here
रहे
it
हैं
is being said,
कि ये भगवान के बारे में ज्ञान प्राप्त करना कितना विरल है,
how difficult,
आसान नहीं है.
rare it is to get knowledge about Bhagavan.
इसका कारण यही है कि हमारे जो जन्म जन्मांतर के संस्कार हैं,
And the reason is that the samskaras that we have acquired
अनेक
over so many
जन्म हमारे
lifetimes,
हुए
they are
हैं,
not
दूसरे
samskaras of
योनियों
bhakti.
दूसरी योनियों में भी हमने जन्म लिया है.
We have
तो
we have been born not
संस्कार तो
just in the
केवल
human
दूसरी योनि में ही
species,
संभव
but
है,
in various other species.
दूसरी योनि में तो
But
नहीं होंगे.
realizing Bhagavan is only possible in this human birth, and you do not get human birth repeatedly. It is said that there are 8.4 million species, out of which
तो उसका संस्कार तो
4
केवल
lakh species are of
मनुष्य
human
जीवन में ही
beings.
संभव है.
So
और अगर
this
मनुष्य जीवन में
realization is
संभव
only
नहीं है
possible in the human birth,
तो
and
उसके
if
वैसे
we
संस्कार होने
don't
की
get
संभावना
human birth
कम है.
often, then
और वो तभी संभव है
the chance
जब
of
हमारे पास
realizing
ज्ञान हो.
Bhagavan is very low. And that is also
इसलिए
possible
गीता
only
में
if we
भगवान
have knowledge of
बार बार
Bhagavan.
ज्ञान की बात
That's why
करते
in
हैं.
Gita, Bhagavan repeatedly stresses on
यहाँ भी
the
कहते
point
हैं,
of
चौथे
jnana,
अध्याय में उन्होंने कहा
knowledge.
तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन
In the
सेवितः
4th chapter
जानते
also, he had
आप किसी एक तत्वज्ञ
spoken that
पुरुष के पास जाइए.
in order to know the tattva,
उपनिषद वे
you
युक्त
must
सर्वथा
approach a
ब्रह्म
person who
ज्ञानम
knows tattva.
स गुरुमेव अभिगच्छेत् श्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं समित पाणि. तो उस प्रकार का गुरु तत्वज्ञ व्यक्ति मिलना भी कठिन है, क्योंकि ऐसे कोई तत्वज्ञ वस्तु कोई जगह जगह तो बैठे नहीं हुए हैं.
So it is
और
very
जब तक
difficult to get a
प्रारब्ध
guru
नहीं
who
आएगा
is a
तो
tattvagya, who
हमसे
knows
कैसे
tattva.
ज्ञान होगा.
And unless we have such a guru,
जैसे
how
भगवान से
can we
कैसे
get
हम उस ज्ञान को
knowledge of
पाएंगे.
tattva, knowledge of Bhagavan?
तो जिन्होंने
Like here, Bhagavan is
भगवान
giving
से
knowledge
ज्ञान
about
प्राप्त नहीं
himself.
किया है,
Those who have
उनके
not
पास
received
दूसरे के
knowledge
माध्यम
from
से तो
Bhagavan
उनको कैसे ज्ञान होगा. अगर
by
जो
doing bhakti unto
स्वयं
him,
का ज्ञान नहीं है तो
how
दूसरों
can
को
they get
कैसे
knowledge? When
ज्ञान
they
देंगे.
themselves don't have knowledge, how can they share knowledge with
तो इसलिए
others? That is why
ये विरल है.
this is rare.
तो मनुष्य इसलिए यहीं पर भौतिक संबंधों में रचा पचा रहता है.
That's why human being is
ये
always
भी एक मनुष्य
implicated
और
in
पशुओं में
materialistic
अंतर है. जैसे मैंने कहा कि
relations here.
मनुष्य इसलिए कहते हैं क्योंकि वो जहाँ भी जाता है संबंध बनाता है.
As I said,
लेकिन
why
आपने देखा होगा
human
कि
being is known
पशु
as
संबंध नहीं
Manushya, because
बनाते.
wherever he goes, he makes relations. But animals don't make
इसलिए एक
relations
साथ भी
wherever they go.
रहेंगे पूरा जीवन तो
Even if they
विशेष
are
संबंध नहीं
together
होता उनका.
their entire life, they don't have any
थोड़ा बहुत तो
special
होता है, जैसे
relation
गाय हैं, जैसे
among
पशु हैं, तो
themselves.
थोड़े
Some
प्यार
relation
करते
is
हैं,
there, like cows are
लेकिन
there
ज्यादा
in
संबंध नहीं
Goshala,
बनाते.
so they know each other,
और
but
छोड़ के कहीं
they
दूसरी
don't
जगह
make
ले
some
जाओ
special relation.
हरे हरे
If you
घास
take them from there to
फिर
some
उसको
other
वहाँ आराम
place
से
where there is nice grass to
कहेंगे कि
feed on,
मेरे को वहीं
they
वापस
will feed
भेजना
on that
चाहिए.
grass. They will not complain that I want
लेकिन
to
अगर
go
कोई
back
बच्चा है,
there.
उसको उसके माँ बाप से हटा के कहीं और ले जाओ
But
तो
if
रोता
as
रहेगा,
a
उसको तुम ऐसे
child
भेजो
you
तो वो
remove him
कहेगा नहीं,
from his parents,
तुमको तो मेरे
even if you feed good
पिता ही
food, he
चाहिए.
will cry because the child wants
तो
is to be
पशुओं का
with
भी
his mother. But
थोड़ा सा बंधुत्व
animals are
होता है.
not like this. When the calf
बंधु में
grows up, then he
जैसे
can
हम
just
देखते हैं कुत्ते को,
roam here and there.
एक बच्चे पैदा होते हैं
That's
थोड़े
why
दिन
you
रहते हैं
see
फिर कहीं घूमते हैं.
dogs, when the puppies
उनका
grow
कोई
up,
अपने
they
माँ
just
बाप से
roam
कोई
here and
संबंध
there.
नहीं रहता.
They have no relation with their
तो इसलिए
parents.
मनुष्य को मनुष्य कहते हैं क्योंकि मनसा
So
सेवित
human being is known as
पशु
Manushya because
पशु नहीं करता है.
human beings
तो
use
पशु की अपेक्षा
relations
हमको थोड़ी
at mental level
जैसे
with
अद्भुत
other human beings. So we should take some lesson from the animals also, like in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Avadut explained about 24 gurus, how he derived knowledge from mosquito, from python, and other species in the animal kingdom. The real joy in life is through relationships only.
ये बड़ी क्या बोलते हैं विरोधाभास वाली बात है कि संबंध से आनंद आता है लेकिन संबंध ही बांधता है, उसका नाम ही संबंध है.
This is very contradictory that relationships bring joy, but relationships also bind us.
और जितना किसी संबंध से आपको आनंद आता है उतना ही आप उसमें जकड़ते हैं.
The more you derive joy in a relationship, the more you become bound in it. And human being wants to become more and more bound. He's always eager to be bound by somebody. Otherwise, he feels lonely.
तो वो संबंध दो प्रकार के हो सकते हैं.
So the relations can be of two types. One is our material relation, the other is relation with Bhagavan.
आश्चर्य है हमारे जीवन का.
So in our life, this is the greatest wonder that
हम वास्तव में परिपूर्ण हो जाएंगे.
The relation that will bring fulfillment in our life, and we will experience joy. We do not focus on that relation, we always ignore it.
और जो संबंध
And
वास्तव में कभी बनता ही नहीं है,
the relation that never exists actually, but only exists at the mental level. As I said, all the relations that we have in this world, they are only mental, nothing else. You're not bound by rope with anybody. You're just accepted them in the mind.
बाहर देखने से कोई पता नहीं चलता. जैसे रस्सी से
externally you cannot understand. Like if you tie an animal to with a rope, you will see that the animal is tied with the rope. But externally, there are some people we do not understand by seeing them externally what is the relation among themselves. So the relation exists in our mind, and because it is in the mind, that's why the sambandha or the relation exists. So actually the relation does not exist, because whatever is in the mind, it is just mental, and our mind keeps changing. In the previous life, do we remember any of the relations that we had in the previous life? We do not remember or recollect any of the relations that we had in our previous lives. Even so many relations we had in childhood, but those relationships are gone. We don't have that. And what relations we have now, they will also be left here. So all the relationships that we have here are temporary, and they will just drop one by one. And this is called samsara. That one of the other, we keep making relations.
तो जो संबंध वास्तव में हम पकड़कर बैठ नहीं सकते हैं, उन संबंधों
we keep making new relations and the old ones get dropped out. So we are just running after mirage. Like when in the hot summer, when you are driving, you will feel that there is water ahead of you, but as you move ahead, the water also keeps moving ahead, because it is just reflection. You don't reach it ever. With material objects, it is the same thing.
लेकिन भगवान जिनके साथ में हमारा संबंध है ही और कभी टूटेगा नहीं, क्योंकि वो स्वयं ही कहते हैं ममई वंशो जीव लोके जीव भूत सनातन, कि ये मेरा अंश है जीव.
But with Bhagavan, the sambandha will actually never break, because the relation is between the angsha and the angshi, the part and the whole. It is nitya, eternal, it is permanent, but we are not accepting that relation. Rather, the relation that never existed, that does not exist and will not exist, we are holding on to that, and we are always running after such relations. We hanker for such relations, and but when the relation actually is created, then we start wondering about, then we become dejected. That's why Bhagavan has used the word Manushya here. So our mind has a quality that it is very much fond of abhava or absence. Whatever is absent in our life, we derive lot of pleasure in that. And whatever we have, we do not derive any pleasure in that. So this is the problem. Bhagavan is so near to us, we have no interest in him. And those relations which are so far from us, we keep running after them. If you don't have home, make home. If you don't have wife, get married, then job, then children, then one after the other. And when that relation is established, then you lose interest in that. As long as you don't have a home, a building, you think so much about it that what if I also have a home? You endeavor for it. And when it is done, then you don't think all the time about the home. You keep thinking about it only as long as you don't have it. Day and night you keep thinking about it, when I will be free from this rented home and I will have my own home. And when you get it, then you stop thinking about it. So this is the quality of the mind. Mind is very much fond of abhava or absence. That's why in Vaisheshika Darshan, abhava is considered as the seventh padartha. And there is a lot of discussion of abhava in Vaisheshika. Abhava has been categorized in 4 types. There is a very detailed deliberation on abhava in Vaisheshika. You will not find it elsewhere. What is this abhava actually? You may think that abhava is nothing. But in Vaisheshika, even abhava is considered as a padartha. This is a great wonder that they try to establish even abhava. So if our mind is running after abhava, then there must be something in it, some rasa. So the rasa is that of Mriga Marichika only, the type of mirage only. That's why Bhagavan says that human being, his mind is immersed in all these other topics. That's why rarely somebody endeavors for perfection in spiritual path. And those who are endeavoring, out of them hardly one, there's only one or two who actually know me. So what is the reason? The reason is that only, that he is endeavoring for siddhi, perfection, spiritual perfection. So human being, his mind is always caught up in material success, earning name and fame in the society. What is the reason? One reason I already said, that our senses are designed like this, that they are always running after sense objects. Like eyes are naturally attracted towards form, nose is naturally attracted towards nice smell. It is designed like this. The second reason is that the sense objects sense objects, they give instant pleasure. Spirituality does not give instant pleasure. When our senses contact the sense objects, you get instant experience, whether it is of pleasure or pain. But the spirituality, it does not give instant experience. It gives you experience after a long period of sadhana. Like here it was said that you have to endeavor for it.
विषयों को अनुभव करने के लिए प्रयत्न नहीं करना पड़ता.
For experiencing material objects, you don't have to endeavor. The moment you contact them, you get instant experience. But in spirituality, you do not get experience instantly. You get theoretical knowledge, then you endeavor for that, and in endeavoring for that,
प्रयास हम करना नहीं चाहते.
you have to do little hard work, and we don't want to work hard in spirituality.
नहीं होता है तो
So because you do not get instant experience, your mind does not derive pleasure in that, or just doesn't like that.
जिसका अनुभव नहीं है उसमें
Whatever we like, our mind is naturally drawn towards that, and what we don't like, mind is not drawn towards that. That's why there is so much talk of spirituality, but very rare people have experience in spirituality.
कुछ जानते भी हैं तो जानना भी प्राय करके शाब्दिक होता है.
And those who know something, their knowledge is also generally only theoretical. But knowing in tattva means to know with experience. Here tattva refers to the not just paroksha gyan. You get direct experience. So for that you have to work very hard, and hard work is also not sufficient. You also need the mercy of Bhagavan. So first of all, we don't work hard in spirituality. As Bhagavan said, Kaschid yatati siddhaya, that rarely one person works hard. Now here working hard means working hard with the mind, endeavoring with the mind, how our mind is engaged in our material endeavors. Similarly, mind should be engaged in the spiritual endeavors. Otherwise, what happens is that when we enter in the spiritual path, we do not commit ourselves fully to this path. Just like our mind is naturally absorbed in sense objects, it is not absorbed in these things. And the reason is our mind does not derive pleasure in the spiritual path. Then we do not get much success in the spiritual path, because unless we endeavor completely, we commit ourselves fully to it, how is success possible? And even after that, we still need the kripa, the mercy of Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan says that I also become bound to my devotee, but that doesn't happen easily. He thoroughly tests the person. Like when you go to buy a pot in the market, you strike it from different sides and check if there any hole anywhere. So unless Bhagavan has prepared you completely, he doesn't accept you fully. Although we anyway belong to him and we can never be separated from him, that separation is not possible. But when he will bless us, that will happen only when we will commit ourselves fully to him. That's why he says,
तो इसके बाद में फिर वो अपना वर्णन करते हैं.
Now after this verse, he speaks about himself. As he had said earlier, that I will give you Gyan and Vigyan. So Gyan is about himself, because he had said earlier only. The knowledge that he is giving here is about himself. Knowledge about any object is derived through the lakshanas, and it has two parts, the Swarupa Lakshan and the Tatastha Lakshan. Swarupa Lakshan means the object as it is made, as it appears.
और तटस्थ का मतलब होता है कि
and tatastha means
प्रकार से उसकी शक्तियां उसके गुण बाहर प्रकट होते हैं, उसको तटस्थ बोलते हैं.
how its energy
तो
manifests outward, that is tatastha lakshan.
उसको तो वर्णन करने की
So the
जरूरत नहीं।
Swarupa of Bhagavan was anyway
उन्होंने
there.
कहा
Bhagavan was in front of him.
कि
There was no need to describe that.
असंशयम समग्रम माम यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु, कि आप मेरे को समग्र रूप से कैसे जानोगे वो सुनिए। तो मेरे को जानोगे का मतलब वो जो दिख रहा है उसकी बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, लेकिन मेरी क्या
So when
शक्तियां हैं,
Bhagavan
क्या
says,
वैभव
now
है,
I will
क्या
tell
गुण
you
है,
about myself, know
किस
me.
प्रकार से
So
मैं
he is not telling about
ये
how he
वैभव
appears, but
इस
about
गुण
his energies, how he
जब भी हम
works,
किसी
how his
व्यक्ति को
energies
जानना
function.
चाहते हैं
When we want to
तो
know a
उसको बाहर से
person,
देख लिया
is it
थोड़ा में जान
that
सकते हैं,
how we just want to know how he
उसको अपने
appears
सामने
externally?
देख
No,
समझते
we
हैं
want
कि
to know about the
वास्तव में
person, understand
उसका क्या
him.
चरित्र है, क्या गुण है, क्या
What are his
विशेषताएं हैं
qualities?
उसकी,
What is his character?
वो तो हम नहीं
What is
जान
his
सकते।
expertise? We don't know that.
तो इसलिए यहाँ पर
That's
उनके
why
वो
here
तटस्थ लक्षण बताते हैं,
he
और
is
विशेष तौर से
describing
जब
the
भगवान
Tatastha
हमारे
Lakshana.
सामने उपस्थित
And
नहीं है
especially when Bhagavan
तो
is
उनको स्वरूप
not
से
present
कैसे
in front
जानेंगे,
of us, how can we know him
हमारे सामने उपलब्ध
by
नहीं
his
है,
Swarup? Because he is not
इसलिए
present in
हम
front of
तटस्थ
us.
लक्षण से ही जान सकते
But now we can know him
हैं।
only
इसलिए
through the
वेदांत सूत्र
Tatastha
में भी
Lakshana.
जब
That's why in Vedanta
पहला
Sutra,
सूत्र कहता था तो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा,
in the first
तो
sutra
उसके
says
बाद वो
Athato
बोलते
Brahma
थे
Jigyasa.
जन्माद्यस्य यतः।
After that he
तो
says
ये
Janmadyasya
जन्माद्यस्य
Yatah.
यतः ये उनका स्वरूप लक्षण
So
नहीं है,
this Janmadyasya Yatah,
तटस्थ
this
लक्षण
is
है।
not his Swarupa
तो
Lakshan, this
जिनसे
is Tatastha Lakshan.
इस संसार की सृष्टि स्थिति संहार होता है, यानी कि
The
अभी
one
हमको अगर
through whom
भगवान
this
को
world
जानना
is
है
created, maintained,
तो
and
ये जो
destroyed.
हमारे सामने
Meaning, now if we want to know
दृश्यमान जगत
Bhagavan,
है
then this
इसको
visible
देखकर ही हम
world
उसको
in
समझ
front
सकते
of
हैं,
us, we can understand him through
क्योंकि
this only, by
ये
seeing
उनको
this only.
तटस्थ शक्ति का, तटस्थ शक्ति मतलब वो जीव शक्ति नहीं है, लेकिन तटस्थ मतलब जो उनके स्वरूप से बाहर जिसका उद्भव है, जिसका
That
प्राकट्य है,
which is manifested outside his Swarupa.
तो उसी के
He
लिए
is
भगवान
explaining
यहाँ
that.
पे श्लोक बोलते
For
हैं।
that reason, Bhagavan is speaking this verse here.
ये उनका विभूति कहिए, उनका ऐश्वर्य कहिए,
Whether you call it is
तो इसलिए
Vibhuti or
कहते हैं
Aishwarya,
भूरापो नलो वायु खम मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यम में भिन्ना प्रकृति रष्टधा। मेरी भौतिक शक्ति पृथ्वी जल अग्नि वायु आकाश मन
earth,
बुद्धि
water, fire, air, ether, mind, intellect, and
आठ
ego.
भागों में
This is my
विभक्त है।
material energy, Prakriti,
तो
divided
भगवान
into
यहाँ
8
पे
categories.
अपनी भिन्न प्रकृति या बहिरंगा प्रकृति की बात करते
So
हैं।
here Bhagavan is speaking about his material
यही
energy,
इसी
the
प्रकृति का
Prakriti.
वर्णन सांख्य में भी पढ़ते हैं।
This
उसी का यहाँ पर
description
संक्षेप में
of this
वर्णन
Prakriti is found in Sankhya also. Here he is
सांख्य के
describing
बारे
that
में
in brief.
अनेक मत हैं, कोई 16 तत्वों की बात करता है, कोई 24
There are
तत्वों की
various
बात
opinions
करता है,
regarding
कोई
Sankhya. Some speak about 16,
कोई 8
24,
या मात्र
8
8।
tattvas.
तो वो ज़्यादा और कम तत्वों की
Like here
जो
Bhagavan is
व्याख्या
speaking
करते
about
हैं
8.
उसमें ऐसा नहीं
So
है कि वो
this more
मात्र
or
8
less
ही
in
हैं,
number that is described, it is
क्योंकि
not
वो
that they
किसी
have
तत्व
different
में दूसरे
meanings,
तत्वों में समाहित
but
करके भी
some
बोलते हैं।
in some cases the
बाकी
multiple
सब
tattvas are combined into one.
उतने ही तत्वों को मानते हैं।
Ultimately, the number of
तो
tattvas
यहाँ
that
पर
are accepted is
ये
same
जो
only.
सांख्य में 24 तत्व हैं या 25 हैं, उनको यहाँ 8 में समाहित
So
किया
the
है।
24 or 25 that is described in Sankhya,
तो
Bhagavan
उसमें
has
भूमि,
clubbed them into 8 categories here.
जल, अग्नि, वायु, आकाश, तो ये तो प्रसिद्ध ही हैं।
So earth, water,
इनके बारे
fire,
में
air,
शास्त्र बोलते हैं।
ether, they are anyway famous. They are
और
known as
इसमें
the
इसके साथ में
Pancha Mahabhutas, the five
पंचतत्व को भी
Mahabhutas.
समझ सकते हैं।
Along with this, we
लेकिन
can
अभी ध्यान नहीं दिया।
understand the five Tanmatras
और
also,
कौन
although
कौन
they are
है
not
उनमें?
mentioned here.
5 ज्ञानेंद्रिय,
And in order to experience them, there are the five Jnanendriyas, the knowledge acquiring
और 5
senses,
कर्मेंद्रिय।
and five
तो अगर हम
Karmendriyas.
इस प्रकार से देखें तो ये 5 से हमको 20 मिल जाएंगे, क्योंकि पंच महाभूत,
So if we analyze like that, from
5
this five we
ज्ञानेंद्रिय,
will
5
get
कर्मेंद्रिय,
20.
5 तन्मात्रा।
Five
क्योंकि
Mahabhutas, five
तन्मात्रा जो है
Tanmatras,
ये
five
सूक्ष्म शरीर
Jnanendriyas,
में
five
कार्य करते हैं,
Karmendriyas. Those Tanmatras are their subtle form only, the
उनका
cause,
अनुभव किया जाता है
and they are
या
experienced through the
इनका
Indriyas, the
उपयोग किया जाता है।
senses,
तो
or they are
उसमें
used through
ज्ञानेंद्रिय
the
कर्मेंद्रिय
senses.
दोनों आ जाते
So in that we have both the Gyanendriyas and Karmendriyas. So this is 20, and then 3 more: mind, intelligence, and ego.
तो ये 23 हो गए। बुद्धि से अगर हम महत्त्व को भी ले लें, क्योंकि
So we have 23.
बुद्धि तत्व भी
With
बोलते
buddhi
हैं।
we can take Mahat Tattva also.
सांख्य में बुद्धि तत्व अलग नहीं है। कपिल देव का जो ईश्वर कृष्ण का जो सांख्य है और जो भगवत का सांख्य है, उसमें बुद्धि और महत अलग अलग है। तो इसको अगर अलग मानते हैं तो बुद्धि जो है उससे महत तत्व भी
So
आ
in
जाएगा।
the Kapila Sankhya and the Sankhya that Bhagavan describes, there is
और
little
प्रकृति
difference.
5 भी है, 25 हो जाएंगे। जीव का वर्णन आगे वाले श्लोक में करेंगे तो 26 हो जाएंगे।
Jiva will be
परमात्मा
described in the
उसमें
next
है
verse, then total there will
27
be
हो।
26, and then if you take Paramatma, there is
तो इस प्रकार
27.
से
In this
इनका
way,
वर्णन होता है। फिर उसमें सूत्र
they are
लगते हैं
described, and then if you
काल
add
लगेगा उसमें
Sutra, then
32।
28. If you bring time, then
इस
29.
प्रकार से इनका वर्णन अलग अलग प्रकार से किया जाता है।
So they are described in different ways.
तो इससे ये भी बता रहे हैं वो कि
So with this, he is also
क्योंकि
saying
ये संसार जितना भी है वो इन्हीं से चलता है।
that this
पंचमहाभूत से
world
बना हुआ है सब कुछ।
functions
इसको
on
जो
this
भी हम
only.
अनुभव
Everything
करते
is
हैं
made
वो
of the
इनके
5
माध्यम से
Mahabhutas,
करते हैं।
and whatever we experience through
यहाँ
mind,
पर
intelligence, ego only.
भोक्ता और भोग्य
Because
दो ही
here,
चीजें हैं, या ज्ञाता
the
या
enjoyer
ज्ञाता।
and the enjoyed, there are two things
जो
only:
जानने वाला है
knower and the known.
इंद्रियों से जाना जाता है, और जो जान रहे हैं वो संसार है।
We know through the senses,
तो
and
इसमें
what we
सब
are
कुछ आ
knowing is
जाता है।
this world. So then everything is
और
included
इसमें
in
उन्होंने
this.
ये कहा है कि ये जो प्रकृति है,
And in this, he has also said that this Prakriti, this material energy, is mine.
जो ईश्वर कृष्ण का सांख्य है,
So the Sankhya of
उससे
Ishwara Krishna,
इसका ये अंतर है। वहाँ पर जो
this is where
प्रकृति
it
और पुरुष का
differs.
जो वर्णन
There,
किया जाता है,
the
तो
Prakriti and
दोनों
Purusha
स्वतंत्र होते
description,
हैं।
both are considered as independent.
लेकिन यहाँ भगवान कहते हैं भिन्ना
But here Bhagavan
भिन्ना
says
प्रकृति राष्ट्रधा, कि मेरी प्रकृति 8 प्रकार की, ये मेरी प्रकृति है।
that
तो कहने का मतलब है कि
this
यहाँ पे
Prakriti is
हमारा जो
mine, which is
गीता जो
divided in the Prakriti that is
दर्शन है,
divided in 8
दर्शन है,
categories.
उसमें
So
जो
this philosophy of
एक
Gita or
तत्व है वो
Bhagavad
स्वतंत्र है।
has one tattva only, that
यथा
is
वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वमसि
independent.
तत्त्वमेव ज्ञानम् अद्वयम्। तो भगवत तत्व है वो ही स्वतंत्र तत्व है, और बाकी जितने भी हैं वो
That
सब
tattva of
उनमें
Bhagavan,
समाहित हैं।
only that is independent. Everything else is included in him
तो
only.
इसलिए कहते हैं कि
That's why
भिन्ना
it is
प्रकृति
said.
राष्ट्रधा। तो वास्तव में उन्होंने यहाँ पर भिन्न शब्द का प्रयोग किया है। तो भिन्न का मतलब होता है मेरे से भेद है।
Actually, he has used the word
और
bhinna,
भेद
which
होने
means
का
there is
मतलब होता है
bheda,
स्वतंत्र।
difference, and
मैं
bhed
कहता हूँ कि
means
ये
there
पुस्तक
will
है, ये
be
मेरी है,
independence.
तो
Like if
वही
I say there
भिन्न
is
है।
book and table, book and table are
अगर हम
different
पुस्तक
from each other.
को जला दें तो मेज को कुछ नहीं
If
होगा,
we burn the book,
स्वतंत्र
nothing will
चलता
happen
रहेगा।
to the table.
तो
The table has
ये जो मेरी
independent
है वो इस प्रकार से
existence.
भिन्न
So
नहीं है,
this
इसलिए कहते हैं
Prakriti
मेरी,
is not
ये मेरी
different.
नहीं, यानी कि उन्हीं की है ये। और उन्हीं की है का मतलब इस प्रकार से नहीं जैसे हम कह दें कि ये मेरी पुस्तक है तो ये मेरी
It is
पुस्तक है,
his
पुस्तक को जला देंगे
Prakriti
तो थोड़ी
only.
कुछ होगा। तो इस प्रकार से नहीं है, क्योंकि हमारा जो संबंध है वो तो कल्पित ही है।
Our relation
लेकिन
is
भगवान जब कहते हैं कि मेरी
imagined
प्रकृति
only.
है,
But when
तो
Bhagavan
इसका
says this
मतलब
is
है कि
my
वो मुझसे
Prakriti,
अभिन्न भी
what
है।
he means is that it is
इसलिए
not different
श्री
from him
जीव
also. That's why
बताते
Sri
हैं
Jiva
कि
Goswami says
भगवान और उनके साथ में जो प्रकृति या जीव का जो संबंध है
that the relation of
वो
Jiva
शक्ति
with Bhagavan
शक्तिमान
or
के रूप में है,
Prakriti with Bhagavan
अचिंत्य
is
भेदाभेद
of
संबंध।
Shakti Shaktiman and Achintya
तो
Bheda
ये
Ved.
पूर्ण तरह से भिन्न भी नहीं है,
It is not
पूर्ण तरह
completely
से
different
समान भी नहीं
also.
है,
It is not completely
ये
same
दोनों
also.
हैं। क्योंकि ये उनकी
It is
शक्ति
both.
है और बाहर प्रकट भी
Because this
होती
is
है
his energy
उनके
and it
स्वरूप से,
manifests
तो
outward
इसलिए भिन्न है,
from his
लेकिन
Swarupa.
स्वतंत्र रूप से
So it
नहीं है,
is bhinna or
अपने
different,
पर
but it
आधारित
cannot
है,
exist
वही
independently. It
उनके
is
आश्रय है,
dependent on him. He is the
तो इसलिए
ashraya,
यह भिन्न भी
the
है।
foundation. So the Shakti is bhinna also.
और वही इसके परम कारण है, तो वही सर्व कारण कारणम है।
And he is the
और ये
ultimate cause
कौन सी
of
प्रकार के
everything.
कारण है?
is the cause of all
जब भी हम
causes,
किसी चीज की
and he
रचना
is
करते हैं, कुछ
both
बनाते
types of
हैं, तो
both
उसमें
is the both the
मिला करके
causes.
दो प्रकार
When
के
we
कारण होते
make
हैं।
something, we
एक
manufacture
उपादान
something,
कारण
there
और
are two
निमित्त
causes: the
कारण।
material cause, the efficient cause.
तो उपादान कारण वो होता है जिन चीजों से
So the
मिलकर
material
बनता
cause
है,
refers to those raw
जैसे
materials
ये
which are
पैर
the
है, ये
constituents
विभिन्न
of
अंग
this
है,
of the product that we
ये हाथ है,
manufacture.
नीचे वाला
Like
ये
this pen, it has different
लिखने का
uh,
है, तो ये सब चीजें इनसे
ingredients.
बनी हुई है। और एक जो व्यक्ति
It
ने
is
इसको
made of
बनाया
different
है,
ingredients, and other is the
वो
person
निमित्त
who
कारण
made
है।
it. He is the
और
efficient
जो
cause.
कुछ यंत्र वगैरह का उपयोग किया गया
And
साधन
the
वगैरह,
machines that were
वो सब
used to
निमित्त कारण
manufacture this, they all are the
कारण
efficient
बोलते
cause
हैं।
or the assistant
तो वो
causes.
इसका अंग नहीं बनते।
They do not become
तो
part of
संसार में
this.
हमेशा दो भिन्न भिन्न मिलेंगे आपके, उपादान
In
कारण
this
और
world, you will
निमित्त
always
कारण।
see
और
both as different.
भगवान एक ऐसा
Material and efficient cause will be
कारण है जो
different,
निमित्त
but
भी है
Bhagavan is
और
such a cause who is both material
इसलिए
and
कहते हैं ये
efficient
मेरी
cause.
प्रकृति है।
That's why he says, "My
तो
this is
जो
my
संसार
prakriti."
बनाते हैं तो उसको बनाने के लिए उसका जो उपादान है, उसमें जो वो वस्तु जिसका वो प्रयोग करते हैं बनाने के
When
लिए,
he
वो
creates
कहीं
this
और
world,
से नहीं लाते,
the materials that he
अंदर रहते हैं,
uses to
अंदर
create
उनके
this
प्रयोग
world,
होते हैं।
they are also in him
तो
only.
इसी को समझाने के लिए वो
They
कहते
appear
हैं
from
ये
him
मेरी
only.
प्रकृति है।
So in order to explain this, he says, "This is
और
my prakriti."
इसलिए इस प्रकृति को समझकर भी हम भगवान को समझ सकते हैं।
So by understanding Bhagavan's prakriti, also we can understand Bhagavan.
ये तो एक स्तर है जानने का, जहाँ वो कहते हैं कि मैं
So this
भिन्न,
is one level
ये
of
मेरी भिन्न प्रकृति है।
understanding,
लेकिन आगे जाके
where
वो
he
ये भी
says, "This
कहेंगे
is
कि
my
वासुदेव
prakriti,
सर्वमिति।
bhinna." But
ये
going
सब
later, he
वासुदेव
will
से
also
मिलते हैं,
say that Vasudeva Sarvamiti. This is
तो वो
I.
अभेद की बात हो गई।
All this is me only. So then that
तो
refers to
भेद और
abhinna,
भेद इसलिए
non-difference.
दोनों प्रकार के
That's why bhed and abhed.
शास्त्र में देखने को मिलते हैं।
That's why
तो
in
ये
this
जो
in the
कहा जाता
Shastra
है
we
कि
find both types
ये
of
सब संसार ये
statements.
भगवान का ही रूप है, भगवान ही है, ये
There it
वासुदेव
is said, all
सर्वमिति
this world, everything
सर्वमिति
is
समन्वित
Vasudev, everything is Bhagavan
येन
only.
नास्ति किंचन। तो इसलिए कहने का मतलब यह है कि इस
So the
प्रकृति को
point
हमको
is,
स्वतंत्र रूप से नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि
we
ये
should
भगवान
not
से भिन्न है।
consider this Prakriti as
जब
independent
जब हम इस
just
प्रकृति को या
because it
संसार
is
को या जगत को
different.
हमसे भिन्न समझते हैं,
When we
तो फिर
consider
हमारे अंदर
this
ये भाव
as
आता है कि
bhinna or
हमारे लिए,
independent from him,
फिर
we
हमारे अंदर
or different from him,
का भाव
we
आता है कि
think
ये संसार
that
हमारा भोग्य
this
वस्तु
is
है,
for our enjoyment.
फिर
The
वही बंधन
world
का कारण बनता है।
becomes a source of our
लेकिन
enjoyment
जब हम
and we
ये
become
समझते
bound
हैं
to
कि ये
it.
प्रकृति भी
But when
भगवान
we
की प्रकृति
understand
है और
that
उनका
this
ही स्वरूप है,
Prakriti is also
तो
Bhagavan's
फिर हम इसको
energy,
भोग
his
दृष्टि से नहीं
Swarupa,
देखते हैं,
then we don't
हम
see
इसको
it
पूज्य दृष्टि से
from
देखते हैं।
the
तो इसलिए हमारे
angle
शास्त्रों
of
में जो
enjoyment.
ये सब विधान किया है
We consider it worshipable.
कि
That's why in our
भगवान
Shastra, this
पशु
system that has
पक्षी
been
पौधे
created,
नदी
that
पहाड़ ये सब में
animals,
पूज्य
other
दृष्टि से देखते हैं।
creatures,
नदी की भी पूजा करते हैं, नदी को भी
rivers, mountains,
माता बोलते हैं,
we worship everything.
वृक्षों की भी पूजा करते हैं। तो
We
ये
consider
विश्वास
rivers
वाली
also
बात
as
नहीं है,
mother.
इसके
So
पीछे
why
कोई
is it said like
विश्वास
this?
वाली बात नहीं है। जो लोग नहीं समझते वो सोचते हैं कि
It
ये
is
क्या
not a matter
मूर्ख
of
लोग हैं,
blind faith.
इसमें
Some
कोई
people
वैज्ञानिक
think this
नहीं है।
is all foolishness.
तो
These people
उसको
are
गहराई
backward.
से
They are
समझे,
worshipping Prakriti. But they don't
क्योंकि
understand
हमारे
the
सामने
deep secret
दृश्यमान
behind
जगत है,
this.
उस जगत
Because the visible
के
world in
माध्यम से
front
जो
of
दृश्य
us,
प्रभु हैं वहां तक पहुंच सकते हैं।
by
तो हमारे
worshipping
लिए
this
हम
only,
दृश्य
we
पूजा
can
कैसे
reach
करेंगे?
the invisible Bhagavan.
जैसे गीता में
Because
भगवान कहते
now,
हैं
how will you
अव्यक्तम
worship the invisible?
देहावद्भिर्वाप्यसते। भगवान तो अव्यक्त हैं, अब जो अव्यक्त
Bhagavan
है उनकी
is
पूजा
invisible
कैसे
now.
करें?
How do you worship the invisible?
दृश्यमान से।
So you worship what is visible.
इसलिए जो हमारे सामने उपलब्ध है उसमें भी भगवत दृष्टि रखना।
So what is there around
तो
us?
अगर
Seeing
सारा
Bhagavan in that.
मानव समाज इस प्रकार की भगवत दृष्टि रखने लगे,
So if the
तो
entire
हमारे
humanity
संसार में ये जो समस्याएं आ रही हैं प्रदूषण की,
sees Bhagavan in
या
everything,
जो तापमान बढ़
then all
रहे हैं,
this problem of pollution,
समस्याएं
etc.,
आ
that
रही
we
हैं,
see in this
तो
world
ये नहीं आएंगी। क्योंकि ये क्यों आई हैं?
will
ये
not
उसी के कारण से आई हैं कि
see.
हमने इस जगत को
All these
अव्यक्त
problems will not happen. Why
और
these
अन्य अपना
problems exist?
मार्ग
Because we
समझ लिया,
consider the world
जो कि
as
वास्तविकता नहीं है।
an object of our enjoyment, but that is not the truth. That's why in Gita, from beginning only, Bhagavan stresses on this point, what he had said in the third chapter itself, that you should worship those devatas. Devata means they are also administrators of this Prakriti. That's why here the word Prakriti has been used.
सांख्य में प्रकृति शब्द का प्रयोग किया जाता है कारण के रूप में.
In Sankhya, Prakriti word is used as a cause, but here the word Prakriti, the way Bhagavan is using it, it is not in that sense. There we have the Mool Prakriti, Mahatattva, which is its Vikriti, and from Mahatattva there is Ahankara. Then Mahatattva comes Prakriti, Ahankar becomes its Vikriti. So here in that sense, here Bhagavan is not using the word Prakriti in that sense here. Here he says, this Prakriti is that with which I create this world. Then this Ahankara, what is this element? We understand Man, Buddhi, mind and intelligence. We have thoughts in our mind. With intelligence, we make plans. But what is this whole Ahankara stuff? So it is important to understand this also, because our personality is due to Ahankara only. We consider ourselves as individual being. We have this feeling that I am different from everything else around me. From where do I get this feeling? This is from the Ahankara. But this Ahankara is of two types. One is the Ahankara that Bhagavan is speaking of, which is an element of Prakriti. He said this is Bhinna Prakriti. And the other Ahankara, which he will say in upcoming verse, Para Prakriti, Jiva or Atma, he also has a sense of Aham, I-ness. That is its own.
जब वो जीव जो है इस भौतिक अहंकार से तादात्म्य में हो जाता है,
when that jiva establishes oneness with this material ego, it is known as bondage. This is bondage.
तो ये अहंकार का बंधन जो है ये हमारी जागृत अवस्था में तो हम सब अनुभव करते हैं.
So this bondage of ahankara, we experience it in the wakeful state. In the wakeful state, no matter how much we say that I am not this body, you think you are this body only. If somebody touches you, you don't say why. You say why did you touch me? Because we have this strong feeling within that we are this body. When you go to the dream state, there also ahankara functions. There also, whatever the body may be, you think this is mine, this is ahankara. The ahankara is working there. But when you enter the state of sushupti, deep sleep, which is beyond the state of dreaming, in that state, your material ahankar sleeps. The material ego sleeps. There you don't say that this is my body or I am dreaming this. That's why you cannot dream in that state, because in order to see a dream or to function in the wakeful state, you need your material ego. So when you become disconnected from the material ahankara, only the ahankara of Atma remains. And when you wake up from sleep, then your waking up can be of two types. When you wake up from sleep, one is that you may be dreaming and you just wake up from your dream. So there is not much problem. But for any reason, if you wake up from the state of deep sleep, then for some time you remain a little bewildered that where am I? And the reason is this only, that when you were dreaming, your ahankara and mind were functioning, buddhi was not functioning. But and then when you wake up, your buddhi also functions, so you realize, okay, I am here. So then you recollect about your place and time. In the dream state, you have a distorted understanding of time and place. Small time also appears very big. But in the state of deep sleep, no matter you may sleep for any amount of time, then you are beyond time.
तो जब आप सुषुप्ति से स्वप्न की अवस्था में आते हैं,
when you shift from sushupti to the other state, then the ahankara of atma and the ahankara of the body both function together again. Then again body, and you start functioning according to the body as you were functioning earlier. That's why these two, they function separately. So we have to understand this. In Shastra, when we hear about the word ahankara,
क्योंकि अगर हमारा अपना अहम नहीं होगा तो ये अहंकार से हम
we should understand that we have our own aham also, our own I-ness also. Without that, how will we get that individuality? So this tadatmya, oneness means two things become one. Like iron, if you put it in the fire, but initially to begin with they were separate. Iron and fire were different. Now they become one with each other. Now you cannot separate iron from the fire when iron is red hot. Similarly, our state of dreaming, wakefulness, in these two states, both egos become one, like fire, like iron and fire. And the state of deep sleep, the iron doesn't have, iron is cold, it doesn't have the heat of the fire anymore. And when you wake up again, there is oneness. Again, same anxieties. So these are all imposed externally upon. They are imposed from outside upon us. Actually, they don't belong to us. So we have to understand it. And at the end, we have to understand that all this belongs to Bhagavan. So, and one benefit from this is that when we say all this energy belongs to, is of this prakriti is of Bhagavan, then whatever is happening, that also belongs to Bhagavan. Unnecessarily I implicate myself in everything. So if we understand like this, then we will lose that attachment. We will consider everything belonging to Bhagavan and we will use it in seva of Bhagavan. For that reason, here Bhagavan is giving the knowledge.
तो आज का प्रवचन यहीं पर समाप्त करते हैं. किसी कुछ प्रश्न हो तो पूछ सकते हैं.
So we'll stop here for today. If you have any question, you can ask.
मेरे दो प्रश्न हैं. पहला प्रश्न ये
I have two questions. First question, the Bhinna Prakriti that Bhagavan mentioned. You also spoke about Achintya Bheda Ved. So this Achintya Bheda Bhed, should we take it everywhere like a composite statement, or while doing something in some situation we should consider difference, in some other situation non-difference? So can you give an example? For example, if I am doing my material activity, that time I should consider the prakriti as different.
क्योंकि कई जगह आपको अपना मतलब आपको अपना अथॉरिटी यूज करनी पड़ती है तो
अथॉरिटी यूज करो, उसमें क्या है? भगवान जैसे आप किसी ऑफिस में काम कर रहे हैं,
So you use your authority. For example, if you are working in an office and you have a post or position, you can use your authority. But you should remember that I have an authority above me also, and I am working for them.
कई बार थोड़ा सा पर्सनल भी आ जाता है कि इन द सेंस इस बंदे को मैं जरा सेट कर दूं अच्छे से वैसे.
So sometimes some personal matters also creep in that let me set this person nicely.
जो तत्व है वो तो नहीं बदलता है ना, ये तो आप
Tattva will not change.
वास्तविकता क्या है?
You are just thinking. What is the reality?
बदलेगी नहीं ना.
The reality will not change.
प्रकृति भगवान की और हम भी
Reality is that the Prakriti belongs to Bhagavan and we also belong to Bhagavan. Whatever situation you are in, is this reality going to change?
तो बाकी जितने जीव हैं उनमें भी भगवान का ही अंश देख के चलना है.
In other jivas also we should see the ansha of Bhagavan only. So that is, they are all anshas of Bhagavan.
कोई बदल थोड़ी जाएगा.
The reality is not going to change.
जो तत्व वस्तु है वो बदलती नहीं है.
Tattva does not change.
आप किस दृष्टि से देखते हैं आपकी बात.
What is your angle of vision? It is up to you, but the reality does not change.
सिद्धांत नहीं बदलेगा.
दूसरा प्रश्न मेरा ये था बाबा जी कि जैसे ये आत्मा की अहंता है और एक ये भौतिक अहंकार है, तो एक
next question, the ahankara of atma and the material ego. So jivan mukta person who may be a jnani or bhakta,
जीवन मुक्त ज्ञानी है उसमें,
so the jivan mukta who is jnani, in his case we understand that his first step is vairagya.
अहम भाव में रह रहा है,
so he is in his aham bhava. But the bhakta who is jivan mukta, he is in working in this world only.
जो ये भौतिक अहंकार है,
so his material ego and this ego of the atma, how do they function in the state of being jivan mukta? Will he always be in the aham bhava of atma or along with the material ego also? In bhakti you don't have the aham bhava of the atma only, you also have the ahankara that I am the das of Bhagavan.
वहाँ केवल आत्मा का ये अहम भाव नहीं होता, साथ में ये भी होता है कि मैं भगवान का दास हूँ.
In bhakti you also have the aham bhava that I am the das of Bhagavan.
तो क्या जो ये
so he functions with that only.
अहम भाव को, क्योंकि जैसे ज्ञानी या मतलब जो ध्यान योगी है वो समाधि में इस चीज को एक्सपीरियंस कर सकता है अपनी आत्मा के अहंता को, जैसे कि जो निर्विकल्प समाधि स्थिति में.
So the jnani or the yogi who can experience the aham in the nirvikalpa samadhi, does bhakta not experience that? Why will bhakta not experience that? Here it is not about nirvikalpa, here it is savikalpa, so you don't have to sit with your eyes closed. For nirvikalpa samadhi you have to do nirodha of all the vrittis, but in savikalpa there is no need to do nirodha of other vrittis. You have the dasatva of Bhagavan, that is the vritti.
निर्विकल्प वाली स्थिति कभी एक्सपीरियंस, मतलब वो हमेशा जब उसकी परफेक्शन है तब भी वो दासत्व में है, आगे जब उसको आध्यात्मिक शरीर में तब भी उसमें है. लेकिन एक जो ज्ञानी है या ध्यान योगी है वो तो जब सबसे विरक्त हो गया तो वो तो अहम भाव को एक्सपीरियंस करेगा नहीं.
तो दोनों का अलग अलग मार्ग है ना, दोनों को आप मिला क्यों रहे हैं? ज्ञान मार्ग अलग है, भक्ति मार्ग अलग है, तो दोनों का अनुभव भी तो अलग है.
ज्ञान एंड भक्ति मार्ग आर डिफरेंट.
दीपक.
Pranam Babaji. Babaji, this verse 7.3, I find it problematic to my mind because it gives the impression that given the rarity of bhakti, it's almost like finding a needle in a haystack, and my mind pivots towards just quit before you even start. So how do I shift my thinking from that to the thinking just continue on the path and strive and keep at it.
No, you should think that Krishna is talking about you. Instead of thinking that he's so difficult, you should think he's speaking about me. Kasyid yatati siddhaye. Not kasyid is you. When he says someone endeavors, that someone is Deepak.
Okay.
Because there are thousands around you who are not doing it. Don't you see that?
Yes.
So therefore, that's you should feel happy that I mentioned in Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
कृष्ण चेतना जी पूछती हैं, दंडवत प्रणाम गुरुदेव, आज के प्रवचन में आपने संसार की
Question: in today's class, you spoke about having Bhagavad Drishti, vision of Bhagavan towards this world. Can you explain how do we apply this in our daily life? In daily life, you have to apply the way he is explaining, that don't misuse what you have. Consider everything as belonging to Bhagavan. Use them in Bhagavan's seva. Our body is for his seva. If you are having food, accept food as his prasad. See other people as also belonging to him. Yeah, if somebody is antagonistic towards you, wants to cause harm to you, wants to abuse you, you have to protect yourself. In that also you can think that it is my past karma, or Bhagavan is testing me, or Bhagavan is teaching me, that in such situation how you will react. You should react so that your intelligence still remains focused on Bhagavan. Otherwise we become disturbed, dejected, we forget everything and we keep thinking about that only. So you should consider that situation also as being given by Bhagavan for us to progress on the spiritual path. So you should consider the problems also as like that only, that they are meant for me to become strong and giving me lessons in life. So when we have such vision, then in these worldly dealings, we will not have so much anxiety and trouble. As Brahmaji told Bhagavan that in every situation, we should see Bhagavan's mercy only.
नवदीप जी पूछते हैं कि
Next question.
बताया था कि कोई साधक
In a previous class, you mentioned that a sadhaka cannot progress in bhakti while remaining bound by attachments, just as a boat cannot move forward while it is anchored, no matter how hard one rows. At the same time, it is said that practice of bhakti automatically removes one's attachments and misgivings without requiring a separate endeavor. How should we understand and reconcile these two teachings? So answer: both are not different. You are thinking that in order to cut that or disconnect that anchor, you have to do something else. You are thinking like that. But when you will be properly engaged in bhakti, the anchor will automatically be disconnected. If I am rowing the boat properly, I will obviously remove the anchor and then only I'll row the boat. And if I am not removing that, then what bhakti am I doing? It is just a show. That's why I don't see any progress. So you keep moving the boat.
तो जानबूझ के आप ऐसा कर रहे हैं, तो इसलिए तो इस ज्ञान की आवश्यकता है.
Knowingly do that. That's why you need this knowledge to understand that I have some attachments. So you have to cut those attachments. Then only how you'll do bhakti. Otherwise, what bhakti are you doing? You will do bhakti of where there is attachment. The other bhakti is other places where you show bhakti. It is just a show, or imitation. That is not bhakti actually. It is just a reflection or imitation. So the anchor will be cut by bhakti only, but just like when there is light, darkness is automatically removed.
प्रकाश का आना और अंधेरा दूर होना एक साथ ही होता है. तो ऐसे ही जब आप ठीक प्रकार से भक्ति करेंगे तो लंगर भी
So
कट जाएगा।
when light is there, darkness is automatically removed. It happens simultaneously. Similarly, when you do bhakti properly, then the anchor is disconnected automatically. So when I said that point earlier, my point was that people are not doing bhakti properly. It appears as bhakti. That's why I always say bhakti is an internal state. It is not just an external activity.
जब आंतरिक स्थिति, क्योंकि आसक्ति कहाँ होती है, जो अभी हमने पढ़ा के सारे संबंध कहाँ है, मन में ही है ना। तो उनको जब आप हटा देंगे और तब आप भक्ति करेंगे तो लंगर कट गया, नहीं कट गया। इसके लिए आपको अलग से कुछ नहीं करना कि पहले आप वैराग्य कीजिए, ज्ञान मार्ग पर चलिए, फिर भक्ति पर आइए।
नवदीप जी का ही दूसरा प्रश्न है कि पूर्ण रूप से भगवान के प्रति समर्पित होने का क्या अर्थ है? अपनी विभिन्न जिम्मेदारियों और कर्तव्यों को निभाते
Next
हुए
question.
व्यवहारिक रूप से हमारे जीवन में इसका क्या तात्पर्य है?
What does it mean to be fully surrendered?
समर्पित होना जो है ये एक भाव है।
Answer: this full surrender, this is a bhava.
के जो 6 अंग बताए हैं उसमें कहा कि
Like there are 6 limbs of surrender. One is Rakshishyatiti Vishwaso, having this faith that Bhagavan is my protector.
ये मेरे गोप्ता हैं, रक्षक हैं, ऐसा उनको वर्ण करना।
He is my protector. So this is all in the mind only.
तो ये एक मानसिक स्थिति होती है।
So bhakti is a state of the this surrender is a state of the mind. Like an example is given that if you are working in a company,
कंपनी है, आपको अच्छे
it's a good company.
नौकरी मिली है, तो
if you have been given a good job position, you work with dedication. So what does it mean to work with dedication? One is that it is in your mind that now I am an employee of this company. If you go somewhere, if there is a good company, you say, okay, I work in Microsoft, I work in Google. So you have this ego. If they introduce themselves outside also, they will speak like this. Actually, why are you speaking like this in the other place? What is the need for this? Who are you? The company is there today, it may not exist tomorrow. But understand from this how much attachment you have to that. You have an ego in that I am the employee of this company.
समर्पण उसी प्रकार से होता है, आपके अंदर ये भाव रहता है कि मैं
So surrender happens also happens like that only, that I belong to Bhagavan.
तो हम कहने के लिए कह देते हैं योर हम्बल सर्वेंट।
Now we just say for show your humble servant.
सर्वेंट वर्वेंट तो कुछ है नहीं,
there is no servant or anything. You just write like that in the email.
पीछे कोई भाव तो नहीं होता ना,
there is no feeling behind that.
प्रथा है,
It has become just a formality.
मैं आपकी क्या सेवा करूं, आपका दास हूं।
What seva can I do for you? I am your servant. That is just a formality.
भाव तो नहीं है ना अंदर,
that bhava is not there within.
शाब्दिक
just words, some statement. Like if somebody asks you, you say I am fine. You may or may not be fine, and mostly you are not fine, but you always speak like that. And there is no main specific purpose also for asking how you are you. So when you answer, you also don't answer very seriously. That is just a custom, just a formality.
तो इसी प्रकार से चलता है, तो समर्पण का
you just speak out of courtesy.
अंदर के मैं भगवान के समर्पित।
So this surrender, this is an internal bhava, and then you say all this responsibility and all, whatever you people ask. When you are surrendered, you do everything for Bhagavan, connected to Bhagavan.
जैसे आप कंपनी में काम करते हो, कोई बड़ी समस्या आ जाए, मानो इनकम टैक्स की रेड पड़ जाए कंपनी,
like if you are working in a company and there is an income tax raid there, will you start crying? No, you know it is a company will handle this.
जो उत्तरदायित्व वो आप करेंगे,
you just do your duty, but you will not worry that much.
तो ऐसे ही यहाँ पर भी होता,
the same here also.
समस्याएं आती है, हम उनको देखते हैं, भगवान कर रहे हैं जो भी कर, तो इसी का मतलब समर्पण होता।
उत्कर्ष जी पूछते हैं, बाबा जी आपने कहा और सामान्यतः कहा भी जाता है कि जो कुछ
Next
हमारे आसपास
question,
है वो
you
भगवान का ही
also
स्वरूप है
said,
और हमें सब
you
भगवान
said
ही
that
की
it is
तरह
generally
देखना
said that
सीखना
whatever is
चाहिए।
around us, it
मेरा
is all
प्रश्न यह है
Bhagavan
कि हमें
Swarupa and we
ऐसे
should try to see
सारे
Bhagavan in that.
तरह दिखाई
My
दे रहे
question
हैं,
is,
तो
if
हमें
we
उसे
see something
किस
wrong
तरह से देखना
happening,
चाहिए?
some injustice, how should we
उसका क्या अर्थ
understand
है
that
और
in
उसके
that
विरुद्ध आवाज
situation we
उठाकर
should
समझाना
remain
ही
quiet,
हमारा कर्तव्य है।
or
कृपया
we
बताइए कि
should
इन दोनों
speak
परिस्थितियों में
against that?
सही
Please
निर्णय लेने का आधार
tell
क्या होना
in
चाहिए? हम
these
कैसे पहचानेंगे कि
two
कब सत्कार
situations,
देना उचित है और कब धर्म के लिए
how
खड़ा
should we
होना?
take the right decision? When should we accept that and when should we
सामान्य
stand for
प्रश्न है जो
dharma?
बार बार पूछा
So
जाता है और
this
सामान्य
this
का
is a
मतलब
very
है कि
common
आपने कोई
question.
विशेष उदाहरण नहीं दिया
Common question meaning that
और मैंने पहले
here
भी
you have
यही
not
कहा
given
है
a
कि ऐसे
specific
प्रश्नों का
example, and I
निर्धारण
have
हम कुछ
told
नहीं कर
earlier
सकते
also
क्योंकि ये
I
सब
cannot give a standard reply
परिस्थितियों
to
से
such questions
देखकर निर्णय लिया
because
जाता है।
here decisions are
अवशिष्ट
taken
हम कोई एक
on a case to case basis
रटा
depending
रटाया
on the
उत्तर नहीं दे
specific
सकते
situation.
कि इस
For
प्रकार की
everything we
परिस्थिति
cannot
होगी
just give a standard
क्योंकि
template
हमको ये
answer
पता नहीं है कि आप कौन हैं,
because I don't know who
आपके
are
साथ में जो
you,
गलत काम हो
what
रहा है वो
is
कौन है,
the wrong thing that is
आप कौन
happening in
से क्या
front of you,
संबंध है,
what is
क्या
that, what is
किस
your
स्थिति के
relation with
बारे में वो
them,
कुछ
do
करने
you
की
have
कोशिश
any
करेंगे, तो
capability
ये
to
सब देखना
handle that
चाहिए।
situation. So we have
अब
to
आप सड़क पर जा रहे हैं, किसी की
analyze
हत्या
from
कर दी,
various
तो आपको
angles.
तो
If you are
गलत
going on
लगेगा,
the road, some murder happened
जिसको कर रहे
somewhere,
हैं वो आपको भी बुरा
and
ही लगेगा।
you run there and he may shoot you
तो आपको
also.
देखना है कि आप
So
कौन
you
हैं,
have to
किस
check
स्थिति
who
के
are
हैं,
you,
आपके
who
अंदर
is
क्या
that person,
योग्यता
what you
है,
are doing, what
सब
is your
चीजें देखनी
capability.
पड़ती है।
So we have to analyze every
आपका
situation
क्या कर्तव्य बनता
separately.
है उसमें,
What is your duty
वो
in that
आपकी योग्यता के
situation
ऊपर भी निर्भर करता है,
depends
आपका क्या
on your
उत्तरदायित्व है।
qualification also.
तो ये
What
सब
is your
के बारे में
responsibility?
कहना बहुत कठिन होता है कि ऐसा ही
So it's
करना
very
चाहिए, ऐसा
difficult
नहीं करना चाहिए।
to speak about this, what we should do, what we should not do.
राधे राधे बाबू जी। सो आपने बताया कि मनुष्य जो है वो संबंध देखता है और उससे
Question,
आनंद
you
आता है।
said that human being makes relations and derives joy in that.
ही आनंद
So
आता
what is that joy? Is it just a reduction in his feeling of loneliness or anything
में
else?
तो यही होता है ना, बैठ के जैसे आप मित्र से बात करते हैं
है।
या परिवारीजनों से,
Yeah,
जिनके साथ में
so
आपका घनिष्ठ संबंध है,
you make relations, you
बैठ
talk to
के
your friends or
बात
members
करके
in your family, you speak
आपस में
with
खाना
them,
खा के,
eat together.
ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति गुह्यम् आख्याति पृच्छति भुंक्ते भोजयते चैव षड्विध प्रीति लक्षणम, है ना ऐसे?
So this
उसमें
verse in
यही है,
Upadeshamrita. So it is this
आप
only.
खाओ हम खाएं, हम आपको कुछ दें, आप
Eat
हमको कुछ
together, I
दें।
give you something, you give me something.
ठीक है, तो प्रार्थना श्लोक। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भुक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यात्मनिश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्रे भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपाप प्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं परम् हरि ओम तत्सत्।